Okay, time for our weekly language review for Monday. I've been using green hearts to indicate Monday work in our classroom stream because green means go, and Monday's the start of our week, so it's time for us to go, go, go. Um, okay, so let's go, go, go on this language review. So these words, these first 8 words in the first box: predict, postpone, prejudge, post-test, post-meridian, pre-test, post-production, and pre-approve. Those 8 words will be utilized throughout the week. So they actually don't need to do anything with them today. This box is actually almost like a freebie for you. You don't have to do anything with it. So write the possessive noun. We've learned about hiccups. We've learned about baseball. And this week we're going to Australia. More than 1/3 of blank land is desert. This is Australia. It belongs to Australia. So we always capitalize the continent. And in this case, also a country. And we're going to write Australia, and we're going to show that it belongs to Australia, or that Australia possesses it, by putting in a apostrophe and then an S. So more than 1/3 of Australia's land is desert. Write the correct verb tense. Australia is rich in natural resources. So this is a present tense verb, so we can't have here. We have to use and has, as in currently possesses, a lot of fertile land. We're looking to try to fit in most large or largest, so I'm going to utilize both within the sentence to see which sounds correct. Australia is one of the most large countries on Earth. That doesn't even sound comfortable, or doesn't feel comfortable to say, so let's hope the second one is correct. Australia is one of the largest countries on Earth. Ooh, much better, much smoother. That really was painful to say the first one. It did not feel right whatsoever. So largest, because this is a superlative. We are comparing Australia to all of the other countries on Earth, and in this case, it's one of the largest. Correct the dialogue. Alexander shouted, "I want to move to Australia." So Alexander shouted. This is a comma between shouted and the actual dialogue. And then we have quotation marks around what he wants to say. And then he shouted it. So we're going to go ahead and put in an exclamation point there before the quotation marks. Now, I don't know if you guys recognize where this particular sentence comes from, but Alexander in the no good, very bad, no good, terrible, very bad day. Oh goodness, I know I've messed up the name of the title of that book. But in that book, when he has just this terrible day, where does he want to go? He wants to go to Australia. Jamie had lost her mind. Oh boy, if only Jamie had lost her mind. I'm pretty sure I've lost my mind as well. Maybe you guys feel like you're losing your minds, but hey, that's okay. She had lost her mind. Her ideas were absolutely ludicrous. What does ludicrous mean? Well, she had lost her mind, right? When we think of somebody as losing their minds, we think they've kind of gone a little bonkers. And so in this case, what does ludicrous mean? Ludicrous means that her ideas were absolutely crazy. They were way out there. And that they were out of this world, almost from her imagination, just not going to happen. And then finally, we have write the meaning of the prefix dis. Dis means not, or none, or against. But if you think of, I'll give you a couple of examples here. Now, I have not previewed the week, so I don't know if these examples will come up again, but if you think of the word disappear, to disappear means to not appear, right? To not be there. You might have another word such as, wow, this is kind of a bigger word, I think, disavow. So if you disavow any knowledge of something, that means you assume, I don't even know if that's how it's spelled. I'm assuming that's how it's spelled. Disavow means to kind of pretend that you don't have any knowledge of something, and that you vow that it never existed, so to speak. You deny any responsibility or support for it. So that's a good example as well. Another one that you guys might all know is disagree. You might not agree with somebody. So that's dis. Like same with dislike. You may not like something. Maybe that's broccoli. You dislike it. You do not like it. Sometimes in sports, you get disqualified, meaning you do not qualify for reward at the end. Perhaps you feel as though you are disappointed. Now, it doesn't necessarily mean not appointed, but it does mean that you are not happy with the way things turned out. You could disown, maybe you disown a friend because they took your teddy bear, meaning you don't own them as friends anymore. Oftentimes, you might think your little brothers or sisters disobey, meaning they do not obey your parents. And then we have dishonest, meaning you're not honest. So here are some dis words for you, and then you can potentially use one of these to help you with Tuesday's stuff. All right, guys, there you have it. That was Monday's weekly language review, and I hope you guys have a great Manic Monday.